Hi, this is today's Grojo. Now I just thought I'd like to show you the allotment. With all this rain we've been having, things have come on great pace. Now you can see these are pumpkins. They've put up many more leaves in the last few days and started to flower, and that goes along with the squashes and all the other cucurbitaceae. Not only that, as you can see without me lifting up the cloche, all the cabbages are doubled in size. This is all because of the rain. Doesn't matter how much I water, I'm never going to be as good as the rain. Now the rain has also brought on the sweet corn. The sweet corn gone up a gear now, as you can see. Not only that, but all the beans, I won't show you them, but there's the dwarf French beans as well that are sitting up the plot at the top, have all started to grow. They're all germinating like mad, hurrying to get through, and that's because they have a chemical in their seed coat, and when it rains it washes out. Once it's washed out, that's the trigger for them to start growing. So it helps sometimes if you soak your seed first. Saying that, if you haven't got the rain in the first place, they won't grow much. And here we go. Here's lettuce, celeriac, doubled in size in the last 2 days. And these are some chard. These are rainbow chard, so they're all different colours. And then those on the end, well, they're all gladioli. They're growing nicely. And the potatoes, well, are looking very potatoey. Not only that, all the onions at the top of the plot, they've not bolted, which is a wonder, because rhubarb rond next door has a smashing crop, but most of them are bolted, so they won't keep. And since we're up here, we'll have a quick look. There we go, a quick look at all of those French beans we put in the other week, all starting to grow very quickly. Not only that, I've got 1 or 2 broad beans on my broad bean plants. And there's the evil onions. Oh, they're dying. They'll come back, unfortunately. And there we go. And the onions are growing away nicely now. If you can see that all these tiny weeds have started to germinate in between all my rows. They're going to grow faster than anything else, and they'll cause a big problem for me. But it's no good going and trying to hoe now. Now is too wet. If you hoe now, you just block your hoe, it gets covered in mud, and not only that, any roots you take up will re-root back into the soil because it's so moist. Now here we go. If you can see, it's even starting to rain a bit more. These are endives. They grow like big lettuces, and then you have to exclude the light, and then they all of a sudden go lighter colour, and then off they go and can be picked. And here we go, under the cloche. These are all the radishes we put in, hence why I didn't need to mark the rows, because they're so quick. They'll grow up straight away. But you can see the weeds are stretching away and going crazy now. As soon as we get a dry day, which should be next week, I shall be up here with a hoe, and probably with the kids with a hoe as well, and we'll be hoeing everything in sight. And there's the cucumbers starting to flower, growing away, but look, looks like a sheet of cress. This has all got to be hoed in the dry weather. And then we come down, just a few days ago we put in the nets and we put our peas in, and here's the peas. I covered up these, although the pigeons didn't seem to bother with them. Usually they'll eat them off to the ground, and you see the peas are growing mad. When they get to about a hand span high, then I'll put the sticks in, and then they've got something to grow up. And the other ones, the other chard and the carrots I'll put in down here, they're going to start growing. I think you can just about see the carrots starting to come through. It's hard to see with this mess of weeds that are growing everywhere. The nice thing about it is I can hoe them quite quickly, and they will be gone quite quickly. The one thing I can't get rid of quite quickly is the horsetail, which I said right at the beginning we were digging out. Looks like tiny Christmas trees. That's very deep. However, on the bit I dug by hand, we haven't got any. So next year, it's the last quarter of the plot that I hit with a rotavator instead of digging by hand. It's got to be dug by hand. It got a little bit too dry for it. And look at that. All of these cabbages, cauliflowers, well, all the brassicas I've got in there, all growing like mad. And they will grow like mad. And then I've got to somehow cover them up and keep the rest of all the pigeons off them through the winter, especially the Brussels sprouts. But we'll get on with that. And there you can see everything now is growing like mad. It really is. So it's hoeing, 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 weeding, weeding, weeding. An interesting thing I have grown this year, which we're going to try due to global warming, I've just put them in here, and that's Korean melons. We'll see, have a trial and see if they'll actually grow in Britain outdoors. If not, well, we'll try something else next year. Anyway, that's Fitzy's Grow Joe for today. On the plot, left of the rhubarb, in the rain, and me signing out. Stay safe and keep growing.